how you feel like you've been handling it so far?
Just trying to go out every day. Just work on like the little stuff like that I missed last year, just bettering myself and just continuing to go and go as hard as I can.
Considering the way you ended last season and with the Orange Bowl, your own performance, I mean, how much of a positive is that for you to build off heading into this year?
It was a big confidence builder. Going into this spring, I just wanted to come in and, like I say, rep and just get better at playing inside the offense, helping the team out.
Do you feel a big difference, I mean, from where you guys were last year to where you picked up this spring?
Yes, I feel like, the confidence level is different on offense just because of the fact that, everyone knows what we're doing. It's our second year inside the offense, so it's no really so much of thinking, it's just much going now. It's just going.
So far, so good for you, it sounds like, at least according to what Dana said yesterday. What do you feel like for you personally is different this year in spring practice as opposed to where you were, when you went through fall and everything last year?
Confidence and just knowing what's going on around you. Like when you know what's going on around you, it allows you to play like a whole lot faster. So being that this is my second year inside the offense, I know a lot of what's going on in front of me, so it allows me to play faster and be more comfortable in what's going on out there.
Can you feel a difference?
Actually, yeah. I mean, it just allows me to play faster because I know what's going on. So, yeah, I could definitely feel the difference from this year to last year.
Coach said health was an issue too. I mean, now that it's in the rear view, how nicked up were you last year?
I tend to be nicked up a lot last year. But this year, with being, a little bit older, I understand what you have to do in order to take care of your body, to stay healthy so you can go out there and perform with your team on the weekends, Saturdays, things of that such.
What are you doing differently this year that you weren't doing last year to protect your body and keep yourself healthy?
As soon as my body started hurting, speak up and saying something from the jump instead of seeing if the pain will go away or not saying anything to the trainers. The biggest thing is just opening up my mouth so they can take care of it early versus it being later down the road where it's something severe and it's hard to bounce back from.
Does that come from maybe having that experience and maybe last year you were a freshman, you didn't want them to look down on you because you were hurt, and this year you're a little more comfortable?
You could kind of say that. I mean, last year, it was just, it was just fast last year. Like, college was just a big adjustment, and like I said, like this year, with like a whole season up under my belt, it's easier to manage things that's going on around you.
How about the offense as a whole, and particularly the offensive line? I mean, last year was probably a weak point, and this year it seems like it's something that a lot of the coaches have been positive about.
Our line does a great job for us week in and week out, and we're coming around, and like we've been playing together for our second year now in the offense. So I mean, everything pieces together. So those guys are our backbone on the offense. So put everything in them.
I think it alleviates some pressure from you, though, thinking that hole's definitely going to be there. I just got to hit it as opposed to looking for one, searching it out.
The guys does a great job blocking, and that's my job. My job to find the hole, hit it, make those guys look good. So, yeah, they do a great job up front, and if they're blocking great up front, it makes my job a whole lot easier. So I'm glad to have those guys.
You mentioned being willing to speak up when you start to hurt, saying something to the trainers. That happened today, did it not? It looked like you were complaining about your ankle at one point, and they said they were going to retape it. I mean, those little things you didn't do last year, did they add up over the course of a season? Is that what you sort of dealt with last year?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, my foot started bothering me a little bit today. I spoke up immediately. They got it taken care of, and that was just my biggest downfall last year. Like, I have something wrong with me and try to push through it and eventually end up hurting it worse than what it was. So it just came with experience and knowing what's going on.
What are your expectations for this year? Heading deeper into the spring, and as you look towards the summer, what are you looking to do this fall?
Well, I always have high expectations of myself. And for this offense, I have high expectations. Being that we're returning a lot on our side of the ball, I expect us, to click and get things going and just play ball.